Alright, in this video we are going to see how to create this page transition effect using HTML, CSS and GSAP. This is going to be the episode number 12. Here we are not going to write each and every line of code because on the previous episodes we have done everything from scratch, but here in this video I'm just going to explain what I have did to achieve this kind of page transition effect. So each of them, you can see home and page 2 and page 3, each of the page is of different HTML. If I show you, I cannot show you. If I hover it, you'll see on the bottom over here, just focus on this location. If I hover here, you can see page2.html. If I hover here, page3.html, and if I hover on the home, it is index.html. So each of them are of different page, and while changing the page you can see the transition, and this I have achieved with the help of the JavaScript library known as barba.js. So if I get into the documentation, you have to understand two things. The first thing, you have to give the CDN, required CDN. You can see this is the barba.js and this is the GSAP page, this GSAP link. This is the first thing. And the second thing what we have to do is we have to surround our HTML into a container. So what does that container means? If you see, this is the container, this is the main container, and this is the sub container. You have to surround your page HTML into these two containers. If we get into our example, I hope you have understood adding the GSAP link and the barba.js link and then wrap your HTML into the container. Now if we get into our HTML, we have only two sections. To make this very simple, I have just added two sections. The first one is header and the second one is simply the container with image and the text. Now if I show you the HTML, you see we have the header with simple UL links which act as a menu, and then we have a container. You can see this is the page 3, so I have just given the class bg3. So this is page 2 and this bg2, and this is home page and this is bg1. So this two container, which is container and the header, I have surrounded them into the container which we have seen on the documentation. You can see this is the container. So this is common for all the pages. This is page 2 and you can see this is again the container, and this is page 3, again we have the container, and that is clear. The next thing what we have to do is we have to initialize the script tag. To see the script tag, to get into the script, what we have here is this is a function on leave. So once I click on the function, this page is going to get focused to the another page, and this is on enter. So this is for the current page. Now if I click on leave gives this kind of transition, and now it's on enter. So on this two function we are going to give our GSAP code. So if you see, this is on leave and this is on enter. So this is a default code given by the GSAP, and along with we have just added our custom links. So what it does is, if you see just above the container, we have added our two div, swipe top and swipe bottom. Swipe top and swipe bottom on page load, what happens is this swipe top div gets above this bar and swipe bottom div gets down above this bar. Now if I show you by changing the color, you might have noticed swipe top and swipe bottom. I have given position fixed, and let me make this red and let me make this green, and from top it should show minus 50%, from bottom we need to see minus 50%. So if you see, hard refresh it, so now you can see from the top it is minus 50% and from the bottom it is minus 50%. So I don't want to see them. That means I want this to be just below here, so minus 100, and I want the top section to go up above. So the same way minus 100. Just refresh this. Now click on. With the help of GSAP, we are just going to modify the top and bottom. So on the GSAP, we have already seen it is just the y-axis. As I said, make this y-axis to be visible till the center of the screen. The same way, make this on page leave, it just goes to the same position as we have styled on the CSS. So just to recap, once the page enter, it just comes till the half of the screen. So this code makes it achieve that the two div comes extremely at the half of the screen and touches each other, and this code ensures that once it get entered into the new page, it gets back to the same position as we have given on the CSS. If you see, minus 100 minus 100, so that is achieved with the help of the 100 with this lines of code. So I hope that is clear. Get the source code in the description. Thank you so much for listening. You can change we can change the color back to black. Cool. And hence we got the code.